Muir Orthopedic specialists bring us great advice on how to stay healthy while you play sports. Here's Dr. Charles Preston with this week's tip.
Hi, my name is Madison Murtaugh from Sacred Heart Cathedral, and I have a question for the doctor. What is a hip pointer?
A hip pointer is an injury which usually occurs in contact athletes. What happens in a hip pointer is there's typically a contusion in the iliac crest of the pelvis. What happens in this area and why it's so painful is that cluneal nerves run right over the iliac crest of the pelvis. The nerves are contused, and this causes a sharp pain. What complicates things is that a hematoma can also occur with this injury, adding extra pressure on the nerve, which also causes extra pain. To treat a hip pointer, usually for the first 48 hours, we recommend rest, ice, and compression. After 48 hours, you can begin to mobilize again and play to tolerance. These injuries usually keep an athlete out anywhere between 1 and 6 weeks, and you should check with your athletic trainer if you suffer a hip pointer.